看一下，说是看那个白天结婚说，我一看这个是看这个。Yes.
प्रेम से बोलो कृष्ण भगवान की जय. Let us all stand. प्रेम से बोलो कृष्ण भगवान की जय. So, my dear devotees, let us all put hands together, close our beautiful eyes and bow heads as this morning we are gathered at this beautiful home on a very sad occasion, but a very beautiful occasion for the deities in heavens. As our dear Father, that soul, my dear devotees, we believe is will become in the hands of Lord Krishna. We put hands together as we pray, as we take that sankalp, that promise, to perform this samskar to the best way that we know, with all our love, all our devotion. Hari Om. Om Pavitra Pavitra Va Sarva Stangato Piva Yasmari Pundari Kaksha Sabhaya Pyantara Sukshe Om Swastena Indro Brahasva Swastena Bhusha Vishwevra Swastena Sarkshavaristani Swasteno Brahaspatira Darhatu Om Dyau Shandara Darikshavam Shanti Pratavi Shantarapa Shanti Usharaya Shandara Vanaspataya Shanti Vishwareva Shandara Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redhi Om Vishnu 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 Adi Shri Brahma Ditvi Parare Kaliyuge Kali Pratame Varaka Bhai Vasvatara Manvantare Ashtavin Satyade Kaliyuge Kali Pratame Chadane Onya Kshetre Namo Sute Namo Namaha Om Chadadane Shri Warrior Grami Shukra Bakshi Amukayane Amukamase Shukra Bakshi Amukatitiyo Amukavasare Ushai Kamdevaye Amuka Brahma Yoge Brahma Garanecha Shishta Gachatu Antishta Sanskar Sankal Aham Karishe Namo Sute Namo Namaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Everybody, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prem se bolo Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. Everybody take your seats. And so we all put hands together as we meditate our minds upon the divine form of Bhagwan Vishnu. As we say to Lord Vishnu, He who is Ram, He who is Krishna, that on this day, as we celebrate or as we do the final rites of our loving Father, may everything that we do here may be dedicated to Lord Vishnu. And at the end of this entire journey, may the soul of this beautiful Father become one with He who is Vishnu, He who is Ram, He who is Krishna. Together. Hari Om. Om Narayanaya Virmahi Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prachodayat. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garudatvaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaya Tano Hare. Om Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Paramanavam Suresham Vishwadaram Gaganasatrasham Megavaranam Shubhagam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Vidyanagamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhaya Haram Sarvaloek Natham Aushare Chintaye Vishnu Bhojane Cha Janardanam Shayane Parvanabham Cha Vivahe Cha Prajapatim Yudha Chakra Devam Pravase Cha Pravekanam Narayanam Tanotyage Srinaram Braya Sangame Duswapne Smar Govindam Sankate Madhusudanam Kamane Narsimham Cha Pavake Jalasayanam Jalamarye Varaham Cha Parvate Raghunandanam Gamane Vamanam Chaiva Sarvakareshu Maravam Sarvakareshu Maravam Sarvakareshu Maravam. Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Shri Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare. Together. Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Shri Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Achyutam Keshavam Rama Narayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hare Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Sridharam Madhavam Gopika Vallavam Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje Janaki Nayakam Ramachandram Bhaje. Prem se bolo Vishnu Bhagwan ki jai. Om Shri Gange Cha Yamune Chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmade Sindhu Kaveri Jale Yasmin Sanidim Kroma Mukha Krotasya Mukha Pretasya Jalam Tva Upratishtatam Shahashtadevanam Gange Cha Namo Namaha. You put Chandana on the forehead. Om Shri Chandanam Pratigrahitam Om Mukha Grotasya Mukha Pretasya Chandanam Prabhu Pratishtatam Namo Namaha. Those if you all would like to put Chandanam as well, I will allow you. Om Shri Amukha Grotasya Amukha Pretasya Chandanam Pratishtatam Namostute Namo Namaha. Om Shri Ganda Chandanam Divyam Gandhayam Sumanakaram Vilepanam Surashreshu Chandanam Brati Gravatam Namostute Namo Namaha. Very good. Beautiful. So, start with you now. Show the body. Om Shri Abhiram Cha, Gulum Cha, Chandani Cha, Abhirami Churkudeyo, Alte Shanti, Prayakshane, Namostute, Namo Namaha, Om Namo Pagrutasya, Makapretasya, Abhiram Cha, Gulum Cha, Namostute, Upratishtatam, Namo Namaha. Beautiful. Hari Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Mala. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Om Malakari Sugandhini Malaryari Nirangabo Mayatari Pujartam Pushpani Prati Grahitam Om Amuka Grotasya Amuka Pretasya Mala Upratishtatam Shashtrivanam Namo Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So once you touch hands, we do Arati 5 times, we will follow the box. Hari Om. Jai Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare. Everybody. Dukiyo. Jai 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 Krishna Hare Shri Krishna Hare. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा आशा का नूर, जब चार तरफ अंधियारा आशा और कोई न केवल हारा, फिर तो ही बेरा विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा। जो भी तेरा ज्ञान दे, जो भी तेरा ज्ञान दे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे। दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। कृष्ण भगवान की जय। Everybody, you want much fun together? Any one of you, find your right hand and follow. So you place the finger in that hand and then you offer. Okay? Om Amuka Grotasya, Amuka Pretasya, Isha Toyam Jaleste, Maya Deta Twaum Pradishtatam. Om Amuka Grotasya, Amuka Pretasya, Isha Toyam Maya Deta Jaleste, Maya Deta Twaum Pradishtatam. Om Amuka Grotasya, Amuka Pretasya, Isha Toyam Jaleste, Maya Deta Twaum Pradishtatam. Very good. So give one of them flowers. So my dear devotees, once again, I say to each and every one of you, Sitaram. My dear friends, this morning, of course, gathered here to perform the Anteshti Sanskar, the final out of the 16 sanskars for our loving father here. And we did everything that we know to do. We offered that water, we placed that chandan, placed that perfume, placed the mala, we did that arti, and of course we placed that pinda. And you know something, my dear devotees? In the Gita, chapter 2, verse 27, there's a beautiful shlok that says, Jadasya hi dhruvam mrityoho dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmar api hare rete na tvam sochitam arhasi. In English, it says, death is certain for he who has been born, and rebirth is inevitable for he who has none. I'll say that again, be very attentive. Death is certain for he who has been born, and rebirth is inevitable for he who has none. And it is that once we can understand that, then there's no reason to mourn, no reason to cry, no reason to grieve. And I'll tell you something, even though each and every single one of us sitting here right now, we may understand that death is certain, it is sometimes very difficult to accept. How can we not cry when someone like a father who has sacrificed, who has compromised, who has gone the extra mile, who is the backbone, the silent hero of our family, how can we not cry when that eyes is closed? How can we not grieve when someone who has given us all the advice in the world, where someone who has raised us from child, a baby, to where we are now, how can we not cry? How can we not grieve? It is very difficult to do. So yes, we may understand that death is certain and rebirth is inevitable, but it is very difficult to sometimes accept. Very difficult. And in the Mahabharata, my dear devotees, Yudhishthir was asked a question, what is the most surprising thing? And he said, the most surprising thing is that every single day people die. Every single day people die, and their loved ones observe that. Their loved ones see that. And yet still, they take life for granted. Every single day, we lose someone. And you and I here, we may not take life for granted. We may appreciate life. But there are many people in the outside world, they see their loved ones die. They see their children die. They see their parents die. And yet still, they continue to live in war. Continue to fight. Continue to hurt. Continue to use their short time on this earth to bring chaos, to bring destruction. It is said, my dear friends, we are only on this earth for a brief moment in time. And for that short period of time we are here, we should allow our life to be filled with love. Allow our life to be filled with devotion. Allow our life to be filled with harmony, to be filled with unity. And this family standing here, these 5 boys, they have that unity, they have that harmony, they have that love, they have that devotion. Sometimes you go places and you can't even get one son to stand up. Not because he is not there, you know, because he's there, but he's by the bridge. He's by the bridge. And that's the reality of the world. Unity is falling apart. Oneness with each other is disappearing. Is disappearing. And it is said, before a father leaves this earth, he gives his children, be it his sons or his daughters, various gifts. Not physical gifts. He gives them certain things. And I'll share maybe just 1 or 2 with you. It is said the first gift a father gives to his son or a father gives to his daughter is the independence. Meaning the ability to stand on his or her own 2 feet. And let me tell you this. In today's world, you need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And a father, before he goes, a mother, before she goes, they give you and I as children that ability to stand on our own 2 feet. They remind us and they show us that sometimes you can't depend on your friends. Sometimes you have to do things on your own. Sometimes you have to do things on your own. And this father, before he would have died and gone, I am sure and I am positive, and you can see it here, each of these boys, each of these children of this family, they would have been independent, able to stand on their own 2 feet, able to make a life for themselves in simple things. It is said the second thing a father gives his child before he leaves this earth is that gift to stand up for one another. I'll say that one again and be very attentive. Another gift a father gives to his child is the gift to stand up for one another. If you look at a father never backs down. A father will stand with his family through the good and through the bad. A father will stand for his loved ones through the good and through the bad. And he instills this quality in his children to stand up not only for themselves, but to stand up for others. We live in a world where there's so many people trying to pull us down. So many people trying to hurt us. We send our children to school before the pandemic. We don't know if they're being bullied. We don't know which child is making fun of them. We don't know which teacher is insulting them. We live in a very scary world, my dear devotees. And a father gives his child a gift to stand up for themselves, to stand up for what is right, to don't see nonsense and tolerate nonsense. And one of the final gifts a father can give us is the gift of humility, where the children can be understanding and simple and humble. How many people in the world today are humble? How many people in the world today you can go to them and talk to them? And how many people you go to and they turn you away one time? For the little that I have known of him and the little I know of these boys in particular, anybody, and you all can stand for this, anybody that would go to Papa, anybody that would have gone to Mama when she was alive, anybody that would have gone to these boys helped them. in whatever little way. These boys help them. I know it for myself. They will never turn you away. And that is because this father did his job. This father instilled the qualities of goodness, the qualities of righteousness, the qualities of humility, the qualities of honesty, the qualities of compassion within each one of them. And that is why they can stand together on this last day to perform this final rites for him. If he didn't do his job, then none of you boys would have been here. Always remember that. He did his job. He did his job. And I'm sure each and every one of you, boys and the family and the girls and everyone, the grandchildren, they can say they are proud to have him as a father, proud to have him as a grandfather, proud to have him as a person in their life. And that is a father, my dear friends. A father is someone who will sacrifice for you. A father is someone who will fight for his children. He's a friend to his children. He will never turn his back on them. He may quarrel every now and again with you, but he will never push you away. He will never ignore you. He will never do anything to hurt you, but he will fight for you through the good times and the bad times. Your father, my dear devotees, he is that person that has that certain level of affection, that no matter how upset he may get, you can just go back to him and his heart melts. Some people say the father's heart is softer than the mother's heart. The father may not show it all the time, but deep down, his heart is filled with so much softness, so much love. A father is someone who's a teacher. He's a teacher. And people may say, no, a father is not a teacher. Yes, a father is a teacher, because for where we are now, we didn't learn it just so. Our parents would have taught us it. Our parents would have instilled the good values in us. A father is someone who is hardworking. A father is someone, the children may go to sleep, but he may wake late in the night, making sure that everything is good. A father will work multiple jobs to just make sure there's a roof over the head of his children, his family. Make sure they have a bed to sleep on. A father is ever loving. His love never dies. And most importantly, your father is real. Meaning, he's that person who is the realest person in your life. That person who you can go to any point in time and will never lead you astray. Your friends may lead you astray. Your neighbors may lead you astray. But a father is someone who will always keep you on the right pathway. He will always keep you on the pathway of goodness, the pathway of righteousness. And that is a father, my dear devotees. And our father here, as his eyes is closed, I am positive he leaves this earth proud of the job he would have done. And I'm sure you boys, you are proud to have him as a father. I ask each and every one of you, my dear devotees, let us put our hands together. Let us close our eyes for a brief moment. And everything I said there, just run it through your mind. A father gives you the gifts of independence. He gives you the gift of humility. He gives you that gift to stand up for yourself, to stand up for others. He gives you that love. He gives you that guidance. He gives you that protection. Pray that as this soul, my dear devotees, it begins that journey from now on as it continues. May this home always be filled with peace. May the lessons of this father stay in the heart and stay in the mind of the children, stay in the heart and the mind of the grandchildren, and even the great-grandchildren. May the memories that this father blessed us with may it live on long into the future. Hari Om, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhana Giridhari, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhana Giridhari, Radha Mohan, Radha Jivan, Radha Mohan, Radha Jivan, Manjula Gunja Vihare, Manjula Gunja Vihare, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhana Giridhari, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Krishna, Govardhana Giridhari, Manjula Kunja Bihari, Jai Hare Krishna, Jai Hare Govardhana Giridhari, Govardhana Giridhari, Govardhana Giridhari. Prem se bolo Krishna Bhagwan ki jai. Full of flowers. So I ask Vivek to come and do the eulogy, and then of course we do a closing prayer, and we get set to head to the cremations.
Sit down, Panditji, sit down, everyone, sit down, viewers. Late Mohan Birbal, fondly called Tate, Mohan, as we hope here would refer to his Django, was born to the late Birbal and Budari on the 1st June 1937. He was the second born of 8 children. He was married to the late Parvati Mohan, who we call Mama, Ma, and out of this union came 8 children. At a tender age, he worked in the estate with his parents, rice fields, sugarcane fields, and went to the market very often with them. Eventually, he was able to obtain a badge. Long ago, they used to call it a badge. That was to get permanent employment in the sugarcane estate. The older heads would know. Right? Once you attain a badge, that was a big thing, long time. And really huge. That was like a promotion. Right? And he moved his way up in the sugar industry as a permanent worker. Right? He used to cut cane, and Mama, all the boys, they used to go cut cane, and he had one of the carts. I believe between him or Uncle Bruce from the back there would have had the last, what we call the bicycle, to go through this village. Right? The last bicycle to go through this village. People would know, or hardly anyone will know, that he was a harmonium player. Right? He used to take out that harmonium anytime he comes home here, and he would sing. He usually composed his own songs. He would hold a tune and start singing, and whatever words rhymed with it at the time, he would make it up. Right? I don't know if one of his famous ones, I don't know if he composed it or he added this. Kobo Kipahar. With the tall Kobo and the short Kobo. Right? And his other famous song that he loved to sing was Kobo Jalaki. Right under here. In that room there, he would take the harmonium, Avin would take the drum, Uncle Kenny the dantal, and all of us would sit. I say all of us because I spent most of my childhood here. Up until my 20s, I was still here. He was also a cricketer and bowled off spin. Although things were tough, like as Baba said, he never neglected his duties. He kept the family together and provided for everyone. He got everyone who got married, he saw to it that they got married, and he fulfilled his duties as a father. In fact, he raised a very successful family. After my grandmother died a few years ago, his health started deteriorating. Right? Mainly because of depression. He loved her a lot, and he missed her a lot. Right? And Kiria would tell us most times, anytime she visits, anytime any one of us visits, he would start to cry about Mama. Or even up till last week, still crying about Mama. Right? After that, he suffered minor strokes from time to time. but his thoughts were always on our grandmother. A few days ago, he suffered another stroke with some major heart complications. Everyone thought he would have bounced back from this one because we took him and he was in high spirits. The very day that we took him to the doctor and for all his tests, he was still in very high spirits. But God had other plans. He passed away peacefully on Sunday morning. The family of late Mohan Birbal wishes to thank everyone for your generous contributions and those who helped in whatever way they could and still can. Right? We thank you all very much and we appreciate your support in this time. I would now like to call on Kaka, the younger brother of Papa here, to say a few words.
Panditji, brothers and sisters, you all know that this gentleman who is lying in this box today with that beautiful smile, he is my brother. He was also my father too, because my father died when I was a little fella, and he took care of me. That same room where he was here, that is the same room I used to stay in, a different building, but that is the same room I used to stay in. So he take care of me, he was also my brother, he was also my father. But you know this great gospel singer, Jim Reeves, who sang this song, Adios amigos, adios my friend. The road we have traveled has come to an end. Sunday morning, the road he was traveling in come to an end. But I know the road that he traveled in was rough and tough. Was very, very rough and tough. Brothers and sisters, one day the road will come back to an end for all of us here. The road will come back to an end for all of us. I ask the Almighty God, God Krishna, to take care of his soul, to bless his soul. Whenever the soul reaches its destination, I ask Lord Krishna to bless his soul, rest peacefully. Thank you.
Prem Sabala Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai. Very, very beautiful. So my dear devotees, before we ask, of course, the daughters and the wives and what to do the arati and you all to come and place your flowers, I want all the boys to come back as we chant that mantra to Lord Krishna for that moksha, that oneness, that liberation. As we are coming very close to the end of our ceremony here, we take flowers in our hands and we chant that sacred prayer before we have those of you to come and view the body and offer your flowers. Hari Om Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kansajano Ramararanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Boys, pray for that moksha, that liberation, that oneness with Lord Krishna. Everybody. Om Anarira Deva Sangha Chakra Gadhadara Akshare Pondarikaksha Preta Moksha Prarobhava. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Krishna Bhagwan ki Jai. Everybody, Ram Nam. Beautiful. So those who have to do arti, let them feel free, and then of course you all are free to view the body, and then we'll get set to move.
Đấy.
together as a group. I was just reminded that only 10 persons are allowed at the cremation site.
Actually,